Hi everyone, hope you're having a great day. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about protein and about the protein challenge going on. I hope everyone has gotten the protein challenge guide. It's a 2-week protein challenge and the guide has the menus for the 2 weeks. It's in my newsletter. I'm sure you've gotten a lot of texts or emails from Faster Way about it. What we're trying to do is change up the challenge, change up what we're feeding our body a little bit. We have recently been in a deficit with 2 low macro days on Friday and Sunday. Now we're changing that up for the next 2 weeks and the low macro day is only on Sunday. So for those of us that are new to VIP, what a low macro day is you're eating 25% less of all of your macronutrients. So 25% less carbs, 25% less protein, and 25% less fats. Sunday is the day where you are in an active recovery. So you may feel different if you haven't done a low macro day before. Typically what I try to do on a low macro day is I try to break my fast a little bit later because we're only having probably 3 meals versus 3 meals and a snack. So make note of that, make note of how your body feels. So back to the protein. The protein challenge, we are trying to get 100 grams of protein per day in our body, which is a lot. Most of us are probably around 80. And I know for women especially, we need extra protein because I know I've said this before, we only process 75% of the protein that is going in our body. And there are so many benefits of protein that we need extra. So the challenge is we're using a supplement, which is protein powder, to get those extra grams of protein in. Now, typically we do not eat 2 smoothies a day because we like to get our protein from whole foods. But because it's only 2 weeks, we want to see how your body is feeling. Now, protein, one of the advantages of protein is that it makes us feel really full. So if you're following the meal guide, you're probably getting to that simple smoothie with just the water and the protein powder at the end of the day and thinking, gosh, I'm full. So if you're making that second smoothie of the day, eat what you can. You don't want to be overly full, but that is the point. If you're doing more protein this week, it'll be easier next week. But definitely I know that going from 80 to 100 grams of protein is hard. So one of the recommendations I have is drink water. Drink lots of water to flush your body, to flush everything through. And I think that'll be super helpful. You also want to make sure you're getting enough fiber, and that will make your body work as well. So some of the benefits of protein, one of the ones I know I talk to a lot about with my clients with is cravings. So if you're having a craving, especially for something sweet, it's probably because you didn't get enough protein in. So I want you all to be tracking your protein these next 2 weeks and see how much protein you're really eating. See if those cravings are diminishing a little bit because you are filling your body with good protein. So, benefits of protein cravings. Second, the protein keeps you full, which is what I mentioned. I took some notes, so I'm gonna look to make sure I'm saying the right things. When you eat protein, you also feel full because it reduces your hunger hormone. So I found that fact really, really interesting. So we wanna feel full and we wanna feel full with the right foods. Also, as we've talked about a lot in the past, protein aids in muscle repair, muscle building, and it protects and preserves your lean muscle. So in order to build that muscle, we need protein. So if you're someone who wants to build muscle, you should really, really be trying to increase your protein. Increase the amount that you are eating. Protein out of all 3 macronutrients is the most important. We can't live without protein. We can live without carbs, we can live without fat, but we can't live without protein. It is the building block of everything else, and especially our muscles, which I mentioned. It's really important to get protein in that first meal of the day. You want to have all of the macronutrients, but protein is going to be the one that is the most important. When we're eating protein, other benefits of protein are it regulates our hormones, regulates our insulin levels, and it regulates our blood sugar. We don't want our blood sugar to be spiking because that then affects our hormones and our overall health. And that's why we suggest if you're going to eat a carb, which carbs is glucose, which will spike your blood sugar, you want to eat something else with it. You want to eat a protein and a fat because that regulates your blood sugar. I mentioned also, there's lots of ways to get protein besides animal protein. Seeds, hemp seeds, pumpkin seeds, flax seeds, those all have a good amount of protein in them as well. There's lots of ways to get whole food protein. I like to find that prepping protein is one of the things that I will, whether it's just grilled chicken. Just having something in the fridge when I'm super hungry to go to is really, really important. Things like tuna fish, things like fish, especially because those have really good omega fats in them as well. Deli meats, if you can look for clean deli meats like an Applegate Farms, those are always great options too. Of course, you've got beef, you've got ground turkey, you have pork tenderloin, all those type of things are great. But I want you to remember, when you are increasing your protein, it's gonna be a lot more than you're used to. So eat slowly, eat intentionally, and drink lots of water, and also ease into the protein. If you are eating 80 grams, to go to 100, like I've said, is a lot. So you may want to start with maybe 10 grams more a day and see how you're feeling. Ideally, and this is going to sound crazy, we want to eat 1.6 to 1.8 times our weight in protein. I mean, that's insane. If you're 100 pounds, which I'm not, you should be eating 150 to 160 grams of protein. So that's how much protein your body needs. Things that are easy on the go are things like the tuna fish, the deli meat sandwiches. Jerky is a great thing too. There's also lots of good beans, legumes, chickpeas, lentils that have really good protein in it as well. You don't just have to eat tofu and tempeh. But definitely explore different ways to make sure that you have protein ready to go in the fridge, because I think that's the easiest way to do it. Protein shakes are also great. That's a great option on the go. Make sure that you are using a clean protein powder, like the Faster Whey one, like the KOS one that I've recommended to a lot of people. Airbon is also a great option too. But when you're having the protein powders, not all protein powders are made the same. Make sure that it works for your body, because what works for my body is going to be different than yours. Those are the ones that I've used that really work well for my body, so I hope that you have success with that too. Next month, we're going to be changing in March the feeding schedule, the feeding cycle schedule, and the workouts. So what Faster Whey is always doing is pairing the challenge with the workouts. So you'll see that we are going into a different cycle in March. I don't know what it is yet, but I'm super excited to hear about it. What I want you to do is challenge yourself in the next week and eat that 100 grams of protein and see how you are feeling. See if you're feeling fuller. Eating protein also gives us more energy. It helps us sleep better. It's just seems like a magic ingredient that we all just need to be eating more of. And although we know that, I think in the practice, what I also want you to do in the next week is figure out how you can get more. Do you need a smoothie? Do you need to make more chicken? Do you need some ground turkey in your fridge? What are the ways where you can increase your protein? And I'd love to hear from you if you need some help. But good luck with the challenge, and let me know if you need anything else, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.